You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey everybody, it's Jonathan and welcome to Masters in Trading Live. Masters in Trading Live, we get on here every single day the market's open, 11 o'clock Eastern time to go over the market. You'll notice I'm not in the studio, I'm traveling, I'm in a hotel about to check out, going back to Chicago, but I wanted to make sure we get our Masters in Trading Live. I'm filming it in the morning. The market is not open, we're about 30 minutes from the open. We just had non-farm come out. Market's a little bit weak, trying to sell off, not really selling off. We'll wait and see what it does. There's a concept that we have called the line in the sand. The line in the sand is how we simplify technical analysis. With the line in the sand, we just want one number. One number when the market's above bullish, we're going higher. And when we're going to go higher, volatility goes lower. If we're below that crucial line in the sand, it's bearish and volatility is going higher. So we usually talk about the line in the sand with the QQQs, the NASDAQ, or the S&Ps, the big indices. Today, I wanted to go over 10 popular stocks to go over the line in the sand because hopefully it'll help you manage your positions. So let's go to the screens. All right, guys, I have you in front of the screen. We are going to keep this very, very simple. We are looking for one number above bullish, below bearish. We're going to go through the names that you see on the screen, starting with super microcomputers. First, I'm looking at a monthly. I'm going to drop down to a weekly. And then I'm going to drop down to a daily, keeping it very simple on all these names. SMCI, what we're looking for is overlapping numbers. Stocks do not like to stay around big numbers. 100 period moving average, 200 period moving average. So right now, the lows look interesting. The 100 period moving average looks interesting. That's the daily. Pressing on to a weekly. Not really much here. You'll notice the weekly highs and lows being the same. Monthly, down here is going to be support, but the only really strong number takes us back to the daily, and we would look down here as support 755, 741, but this real big number would be the 830 line in the sand for SMCI. Just that 100 period moving average. Keep it nice and simple. Tesla, we're on a daily. Now, many will look at this and be like, oh, maybe a little head and shoulders here or something. Fine. Be careful trying to look for patterns in every single chart that you look at. Again, let's start with the monthly. We want to look at big picture. Big picture monthly. June just started, only 7 days. Last month's low is going to be a big number. You'll see this month the highs were the same. Let's move to a weekly. Now when we get to a weekly, here's where you can really see those weekly lows setting up together right there. So this is going to be a big line in the sand. 169, 167, 172, 167, 168. That's what you're talking about for big support for Tesla right there. Now again, people may call this a head and shoulders. Just think about this as big, big, big support. Moving on. Now when stocks start moving like this, it's really tough to find a line in the sand, right? Weekly. Monthly is even going to be more pronounced. If we go on the daily. So all you can really look at is just these numbers right here. Use those as your line in the sand, specifically 1069, and then you have the high right here, 1069. Okay, very volatile, moves like crazy. TLT. And again, guys, we are just keeping this simple. Look at TLT if you take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Line in the sand. Monthly highs, monthly lows. Just trying to peek up right here, 93.30. 93.30 and the low right here, 92.29. Right here is a very, very significant line in the sand for the TLT. Let's check out the weekly. And again, it's these overlapping levels. I think 92 to 93 is a big, big level in the TLT. We will move away from here. I think rates will go a little bit higher from here. Apple. Now, Apple's another one. Take a step back. It's pretty straightforward. Okay? Let's not overwhelm ourselves with so much technical analysis. Take a step back, look at the bigger picture. If I look at a bigger picture on Apple, I think we're going to see our line in the sand is pretty freaking clear, right? Monthly highs, monthly lows have been the exact same thing. Look for Apple, 199 resistance. Above that is going to be major, major support. Pfizer, look at that. Again, 10 years, 200 period moving average. Stocks do not like to stay around big numbers. Notice, gets here, it gets away. 29.82. Once Pfizer gets above that level, that is going to be a really, really strong stock. So look for Pfizer, 29.82. Coin. Monthly, again, strong as can be, strong like bull. Always look at the most amount of data first. Why can't we get data for coin? Because coin has only been out for a couple of years. Monthly, let's drop down to the weekly. Weekly highs, weekly lows. You can see coin had a very difficult time up here last time. It seems like it's going to have a difficult time again. No real line in the sand for coin. Trying to break out. It will break out. It is just a volatile stock. So I don't really have a solid line in the sand. But game, what about game moving like crazy? Even game, guys, if you take a step back, you can find that one number. So here we have it. Okay, gain, that one number is going to be that 200 period moving average. Why? Well, weekly high of last week, 26.66. Weekly low is going to be 25.20. When stocks move like this, 26.60, 25.20, 25.91 is all the same level. Look for that 25.91, a band right around there. That is going to be your main level. Let's do one more before we break off to our all access. Qs, pretty straightforward. This is what we've been watching. Overlapping levels. When the market, we had 447 or 449 as our line in the sand. We are going to keep that line in the sand, 447 to 449. Above bullish, below bearish. We just had the release of non-farm payroll. Qs haven't really sold off very much. It looks like they're trying to sell off, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to. I'm going to hop off right now. We get on here every single day. The market's open, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're on All Access, stay on for the next portion. Thanks for watching, guys.